we've recently run some research again in 2024 that says that 9 in 10 New Zealanders are targeted with a scam within the last 12 months. And that's probably no surprise to you. 9 in 10 is pretty high. What I'm here to do with you guys today is actually empower you. And I'm empowering you because there is a gross misgeneralisation that scams only happen to older people, over 65s. And actually the research tells us that over 65s are generally more cautious when they are engaging online. We have seen a massive drop-off of over 65s feeling comfortable online. In 2018, the research, Scam Savvy annual research said that 13% of over 65s avoided going online for fear of being scammed. And this year the research tells us that 25% of over 65s are avoiding going online for fear of being scammed. And there's no good outcome for everyone if they don't go online. So we know that New Zealanders are losing millions and millions of dollars. The national research last year, when all the banks put our numbers together, was close to $200 million, and that's only the scams that we know about. We also know that lots of scam victims don't tell anyone because they're embarrassed, and we want to remove that shame. Lots of people are targeted with scams. In fact, what we're seeing now is an 18 to 35-year-olds are the biggest group of New Zealanders falling victim to scams. Now, often they are high incidence but low value, but actually 18 to 35-year-olds grew up with a phone in their hand. They feel really comfortable with being online all of the time, and they think they know it all. I'm not 18 to 35, so know it all. And so they're the ones that are falling victim to scams more often. We also, again, this most gross generalisation that older people are always the victims of scams. We know that at around 65 years of age, you might become the target of a scam, and that's because you're leading into the retirement and superannuation time. So we know that you could be a target around superannuation time. But we also know that smart people are scammed by smart scammers, and actually when you see the growth in the 18 to 35-year-olds, they're actually busy, they might be cooking dinner, they might be playing with little kids or trying to get dinner on the table. And actually, it's at meal times that we see most people clicking on phishing links. I'm going to hand over to Jandy from MetSafe.
Thank you, Marla. Can everyone hear me at the back? Yeah, brilliant, thank you. Yeah, so I'm Jandy, I'm MetSafe's Community Engagement Advisor. So I'm here just to talk a little bit about how you can prevent being scammed. So I can't go into too much detail right now, but just want to let you know that we actually have a stand here as well. So we've got times for questions at the end, and we've got a stand here as well if you have any questions that come up. Okay, so this is an acronym that we came up with, handily called SCAMS, and it's just a way of just remembering the most common sort of red flags that typically come up with scams. So I'll start with surprising message. So for example, have you received like an email or communication from an organisation you don't want to do business with, or perhaps it is and it just feels like it's a bit of a surprise and it's kind of come out of the blue. And then C for controlling behaviour. So is the other person trying to force you into something really quickly, like trying to rush you into a payment, trying to rush you into giving more information? They're trying to create like a sense of urgency so that you act quickly and hand your hard-earned money over without thinking, basically. That's their whole tactic. A is for access requested. So this can be via like a multitude of ways. It could be really blatant, and it could be asking for things like personal information. It could be asking for password information, password logins, credit card details, that kind of thing. It could be via like quite a sort of made up a fake situation and trying to trick you into handing over information. So they help you, or that they might be saying, you know, if you give me a little bit of money, then that unlocks for the money. So that's a couple of examples. Money requested. So a red flag that comes up with money requested is scammers will often ask for money via Bitcoin, maybe gift cards, wire transfers, that kind of thing. Not always that way. I think when we're thinking about handing over money online, don't be terrified, it's fine, we can do it. Please do use online banking, but it's just about thinking about, you know, taking a step back and looking at who are you paying your money to? Are they legitimate? Are the details correct? Does this make sense? So just taking that time when you're spending your money online. And then S is for stop, seek and support. So yeah, just reiterating that, just take a step back if any of these red flags come up for you, take a breath and then just contact someone, contact your bank, contact a friend or family member, and it might sort of bring you back into perspective. You can take your time, there's no rush. Yeah, so I guess it's kind of like the way we see it is kind of like the, you know, way back in the day, the snake oil salesman. So it's kind of the same premise, you know, it's a fake situation, it's a fake product, it's a fake person or service. Looking at this now, we kind of look at that and think, oh, it kind of looks like it's obviously a scam, but maybe back then it probably didn't, and it's the same now. As one I've reiterated before, it happens, scams can happen to anyone, and actually it's not older people that are more likely to be scammed, it's actually younger people. Well, that's what we see on the site. So these are some common scams that we come up with that come to us. I would say that phishing and shopping would be the most common scams. I'm not going to go into every one in detail, but if you have any questions about these, just ask us at the end. We can come over to the stand and I'll help you out. So phishing is basically just the scammer is seeking information, and shopping, or information such as like personal data or login details, banking details, that kind of thing. Shopping, probably the most common scam that we see is the good old, you know, you pay your money over and it doesn't turn up, or it's not a product that you actually paid for, and then you try and get in touch with the seller and you can't get hold of them, and it happens often on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah. I'm not going to go into any more scams, and I think I'm going to hand over to my friend Malcolm from ASB, and he's going to do a role play of imposter scam.
Thanks, Jandy, and I'd love my fellow colleague from BNZ, Victoria, to come along. As Jandy mentioned, there are different types of scams that are going on. The one that we're going to do a role play on is just in relation to the imposter scam. Now, a little bit about myself, and I'll just go over this slide. I'm part of the cybersecurity team at ASB, so I work closely with the fraud team. And I have some different insights, I guess, in regards to how technology has been used in both a good way and a bad way. So look forward to some of the questions at the end. So, ready, Victoria?
I'm ready.
Sure. Just get my prop. You want me to speak up? Okay. Cool. Is that better? Excellent. Okay. Ring, ring.
Hello, Victoria speaking.
Hi, Victoria. It's Detective Inspector Alan from the Auckland Police Station. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Is everything okay?
Everything is fine, Victoria. The reason for my call is we need some assistance from you in regards to an investigation, an ongoing investigation that we have going on at the moment. But before I continue, I just want to give you confidence that I am who I say I am. So my police ID number is 7645. You can give me a call back on 0274 987 6543. You can also search for me online.
Oh, okay. What's this about? Am I in trouble? Is someone I know hurt, or are they in danger?
Look, where we need your assistance is with an ongoing investigation in regards to a local ring of criminals here in the Auckland region.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but what can I do to help you?
Look, where we need your assistance is we believe the local ring of criminals is working in collaboration with the local bank in relation to the circulation of fake money. So what we need to do is, with your assistance, look to get some money from your local branch. What we'll need you to do is extract $10,000 if you're able. We will then arrange for a detective officer to arrive at your house dressed as a courier, and then what we'll do is we'll get that money away, and then we'll start to investigate it to see if we can start linking criminals together.
Oh, okay. I guess I could go to my branch. Is it safe for me to go alone?
Look, it is safe for you to go alone. If you could go now, that would be even better. What we'll do, just to give you peace of mind, is ensure that we have an under-detective officer located at the branch just to keep an eye on your well-being.
Okay, yeah, I think I can go right now. What do I do? Do I just phone you when I get there?
Look, what would be really helpful to us is when you get there, if you could give me a call, put your phone in your pocket so I can hear the conversation going on. As sort of mentioned, the investigation's been going on for a long period of time. What we don't want to do is to be able to force us that something's going on. So you'll be asked a question in regards to why you're withdrawing a large sum of money. If you can advise that you've had some emergency expenses pop up, since you need money, that would be fantastic.
Okay, got it. Emergency expenses. All right, I guess I'll just ring you when I get there.
Sounds good. Talk soon.
Okay, bye.
So, might sound very straightforward in regards to that as an actual scam, but they have been successful. And there's been a case down in Wellington, and we're seeing that sort of propagate a little bit here in Auckland as well in regards to this type of activity taking place. So, there's a couple of things that we can do. First thing, if it sounds dodgy, particularly if it's related to anything financial, contact your bank. Yeah, they have 24/7 now and 0800 numbers, so they'll be able to give you an insight as to whether there's any legitimate investigations underway. In addition to that, we have a series of contact details here as well, so you can go online. Most banks have a hub where you can get information in regards to activity that is going on and who to contact as well. One of the other things just to keep in mind is that the financial organisation, law enforcement, won't actually ask you to be involved in any investigation. So that's a really great flag, sort of flag, hey, this is something a little bit suspicious. So with no further ado, I would like to just open up to the floor for any questions.
Any questions?
I haven't uploaded my it's not amazing. It's just a school. I haven't updated my ASP plan, and I've been the same message. It's obviously not like that. Do I really need to?
Yeah, look, I can answer that one. So one of the things... Oh yes, absolutely. So the question was, I haven't updated my ASP app, do I really need to? So the short answer is yes. And the reason why is that in regards to, I guess, the technology that we use, it can come out of date pretty quickly. And what I mean by out of date is there are new techniques that some of the bad people are using to find vulnerabilities or weaknesses in the software. And so by keeping it up to date, we remove the possibility of those weaknesses existing. If we don't, then it creates more of an opportunity for the bad people to start to exploit yourself and some of the technology that we're using.
In relation to that, some time ago, it might have been a year or two ago, I was getting some I was curious about it. So I went to ASP and I just downloaded or turned it on the internet, and then I got into it with so how was recognised the legitimate notification from the bank?
And the question was, she had got a notification to update her app, and she wasn't sure whether it was legitimate or not. So she went into the bank and the bank updated her app for her. But to actually get around to most of that, we want you to automate your updates. So you can actually do that. So at night when you put your phone on the charger, if there's an update that comes through, it will automatically update to the latest security, and that's actually what we want you to do.
So that will identify that it's only those who doing that.
Yep. So if you've got updates enabled, that's what we want. We want everybody to have updates enabled so that it just happens without you having to remember, and then you don't have to figure out whether it's a legitimate text message that you got from your bank or your power code or whatever that looks like.
And just to sort of expand on that, it's not only the applications that you need to update, it's also the operating system as well. So ensure that both are set to be automatically updated. I guess the other point that's worthwhile mentioning, if you do receive some communication and you're a little bit unsure, go to the organisation's website where there's a trusted contact phone number and give that phone number a ring. People at the other end should be able to validate whether the notification or the communication you've received is legitimate.
You're wearing ASB and you're wearing
We are. We both sing from the same song sheet because we both want. Yeah. So we all have the same. We want to protect our customers, and we all do it largely the same way through technology. We never send a link in a text message. We stopped that quite some time ago. I think you guys might have too.
Yeah.
But we all are trying to take all of the precautionary methods. So, but we all encourage everybody to go to the official New Zealand-based website for any company. Even if you're looking at an investment opportunity, do that first. Ring them. They should have a call log that we've called you or that we've sent you something. There must be a list. And if you are away from your computer and you're worried that you have been scammed, on the back of your bank card is another phone number that you can reach your bank. So we always say go to the official website or bring in a number on the back of your card.
Just to sort of expand on that a little bit further as well. So there is an organisation called NZBA, the New Zealand Banking Association. So all the banks, not only the common brands like ASB, BNZ, Westpac ANZ, but TSB, Kiwibank, Heartland Bank, Cooperation Bank, we're all working together because the challenge is, it's a community challenge. So New Zealand Bank Challenge, and so that's why, as Lana said, we're all working on the same song sheet. And in addition to that, NZBA have issued a pledge card, and one of the items on that pledge card is the use of links embedded in text messages as an example. We're all moving away from that to help New Zealand Inc. be in a better space. I'm sorry, there's a...
What do you find is the most common scam that happens to retired people? And how should they safeguard against that?
Great question. Jenny?
Yeah, thank you. I actually asked our helpline this very question. So at the moment, probably the most common scam for older people is a scam called fake sextortion. It sounds really scary, but it's really easy to resolve. It's not anything to be scared about. So it's often an email, and it will basically be alleging that you've been up to something online, like maybe watching pornography, or they've got nude images of you or something, and they're going to tell everyone about it unless you give them some Bitcoin. That's basically how it goes. Sometimes they have like old passwords of yours, which they've gained from data breaches. Again, that's not necessarily a big issue. If you're still using that same password, obviously you need to change that. But yeah, if you're unsure when you get any communication like that, you can come to MedSafe. But it's not anything to be worried about. It's all easily resolved. Yeah.
Just on the password thing, do you have a password manager? Yeah, I think we talked about that. Because I want to start on that. The other thing is, everyone realised with emails, you can actually hover over the links to make sure through what the actual link is to avoid the scam.
Nothing's pro.
Do you want me to talk about password managers? Look, does everyone know what a password manager is, first of all? Yeah, chickens and eggs. Yeah, so it's a tool to help you in regards to managing passwords, because if you're like Lana, Dandy, Victoria and I, we've got thousands of passwords related to thousands of accounts online that we have to manage, and my memory isn't the greatest, so I look to tools like password managers. In regards to password managers, they do make it easier in regards to helping you log on to a site. In fact, some of them have the feature where you don't actually need to know the password, they'll automatically do it for you. In regards to the password managers and finding the right tool, we can give you some sites in regards to it, and maybe that's something we'll probably do afterwards. It is important to do your homework, because each of us has a different preference in regards to what tool will work best for us. The key in regards to password managers though is there's one password that you need that will give you access to the functionality and the passwords that are stored in that password manager. So that is the key to the kingdom, so that's one that you really don't want to share or have stored, something that you'll easily remember. They do have benefit, but as I say, a little bit of research, because we all have our own sort of preferences, is probably really important. We'll follow up with some information for yourselves.
As with that upload on the website,
Yes?
is that necessary or like it doesn't go over?
In regards to using a password manager, yep.
I don't think
Yeah.
Can you repeat the question,
Yeah.
please?
The question was, are authenticators a safe option? And she doesn't have her banking passwords within the password manager that she uses.
Yeah, look, a really good question. One thing I just want to clarify, having your password stored in your browser isn't a password manager. So that pops up quite regularly, and it also looks to save some credit card information as well. So we certainly don't encourage individuals to use the browser save feature. So in regards to Edge, which is the Microsoft product, and Chrome, which is the Google product. In regards to password managers, again, everyone has a slightly different preference as to what they'll store in there. One of the practices that we, well, if I look at myself, for example, based on the role that I have, is for certain online services that are most critical to me, I look to store that password in memory. So, for example, online banking, I ensure it doesn't have a footprint anywhere. I use what is termed as a long passphrase. So I come up with the quick brown fox, for example, and I add in some special characters. Now a special character could be like a hash value, a dollar symbol, and I sort of use that, because the longer and stronger the password is, and the more unique it is, the safer I'll be. In regards to other sites, maybe community sites that I'm involved in, I would absolutely feel comfortable storing them in a password manager, because that's just an easy way to remember passwords and track passwords. So I don't know if I've fully answered your question. I could spend all day over a cup of tea looking through all the different sort of scenarios, but yes, I understand. Are there any other questions? Yes.
I've ordered something online, but they doubled my order without me requesting to be doubled. I received the double product, but I didn't order the parking lot, is that still a scam?
Very good question.
Well, I think it's still a scam. You've got something that you didn't order. And so we I haven't seen this for a wee while now, but we used to see you would pay for a free product and you'd just pay for postage, for example, and you'd receive the product, but then you inadvertently had signed up to a subscription. So every 4 weeks something was coming and you were being charged full price. So I would go back to the company to start with as the first point of call. They don't reply. Yeah. You could talk to your bank about it. It depends on, depending on how you pay, you could get a chargeback potentially.
But the fact that I've received your
Yeah.
double,
Yeah. It's not
I
ideal.
want one lot, I've got two.
I mean, your first point of call would be with the organisation. That's for customer service. Was that really?
I guess the other thing that you could do as well is just flag it with your financial organisation that actually there's some transactions I'm uncomfortable with, so that way you actually start on the record. So if it does come into a dispute, then you've got that trail, and the bank can also get you on that as well.
We've got 3 minutes. Any other
3 minutes?
questions? We will be at the NZ stand. I'll drag Malcolm with us for 5 minutes because he loves hanging out at the Blue Bank. So you can come and have a chat with us if you think of any other questions too.
Hey, look, thank you very much for your time. Hope you found it useful. And I guess one of the overall themes, and I think NetSafe and I think BNZ for the opportunity to come along today, because we're all in it together. It's one big challenge, but together we can work our way through it.
What are you going to do with this all-day movie you're making?
I'm sorry, I can't English very well. I assistant live streaming.
Okay.
Yeah. Literally, Koi TV. Streaming.
Oh, okay. Have fun.
I'll read it myself.
I was recommended this website by a friend who used it and what benefits out of it.
Some great questions. I know we probably didn't go into a lot of detail, but yeah, some great questions.